Hi peeps, I'm back. I got the cheese that I wanted to get, which was Blacksticks Blue. Well, actually Phil next door got it for me from Morrison's, so thank you, Phil. It's a cheese produced in Lancashire, but it's not a Lancashire cheese, that's something completely different, but it's made in Inglewhite by Butlers. Butlers are delivering online. They only deliver in the northwest area and they do a different area on a different day of the week. I think they do Lancashire and Cumbria. The link that Katie posted for Crackers About Cheese, they also carry it, they will also deliver it, so you can get a hold of it. I wanted to do this one because, well, it's from Lancashire, and also it's something that you can get hold of in most supermarkets. Marks and Spencer's also carry this cheese. They have their own Marks and Spencer's packaging on it, but it's the same thing. So the fact you can buy it in the supermarket, it's... They talk about it on the website as being an artisan cheese. Now, artisan is a word that they allow you to bring something to that word that doesn't actually exist. When something is produced in like a creamery or a dairy, it sounds lovely. It sounds like someone's like separating the curds away in a great big like wooden bucket. In actual fact, it's like industrial production. And that's how it sort of manages to have a flavour that's the same, whether you buy it in April or whether you buy it in September. So if you think of someone who's a small cheese producer with a little herd of their own producing cheese, during the summer, those cows will be eating all different sorts of grass. They'll be eating nettles, dock leaves, clover. Do you remember I got some dandelion from the Brie last week? They'll be eating shepherd's purse, roseberry willow herb, a whole load of stuff. Whereas in the winter, the grass is going to be a lot more sparse and there's probably some sort of food supplement that they're getting as well. So the milk's going to taste different, the cheese is going to taste different. There's one of the pub chains, I think it's Vintage Inns, used to do this as a fondue, as a starter, a little ramekin of this as a fondue with crudités. And, you know, like a great big pub chain like that can use something like this because they know it's going to taste consistent. So, it's a blue cheese. Now, I know some of you are probably saying, I don't like blue cheese. My guess would be that the first blue cheese you probably tried was Stilton at Christmas. Stilton is it's a lovely cheese, but it's a very strong, it's very metallic, a lot of steel to the taste. I think at Christmas as well, people often get like a little gift set that's got like a Stilton and a port, and the port's not very good and neither is the Stilton, so you may have been put off. If you don't like blue cheese, there are some good blue cheeses that you can try that might change your mind. Bark and Blue is one that will be a little bit more difficult to get hold of in this lockdown. You need to probably go to a cheesemonger's. There's Bressé Bleu, which is a French cheese. Again, industrially produced. Get it in any supermarket, but then again, you've got to go to France, so that might be a no-go now. It's a sort of French version of Dolce Latte, which is another nice soft blue cheese that you could try if you don't really like blue cheese. If you're still sat there at home saying, I don't like blue cheese, then you're just being an arsehole on purpose now, aren't you? So, let's have a look. So looking at the cheese, let me put it a bit closer. So colour-wise, when you think of a blue cheese, you probably think something that's white with like a sort of greeny blue grey mould, whereas this is like an amber orange colour. The Butlers people claim it's the colour of the morning sun in Lancashire. Maybe I'm just not up at the right time. The packaging makes a lot of this colour here, and they like a taste of the unexpected is how they market it, and they like to go on about how different it is. So it looks fearsome, and looking at that you think, God, what's that going to taste like? You're imagining like an explosion. It looks like something that Gene Hunt would have on a cheese board with a great big doorstop of granary bread and a big pile of pickled onions and a pint of bitter. It's actually quite deceptive. Okay, it doesn't taste like it looks. Smell. Okay, it's got a lot of ammonia. It's got a lot of what we call in the cheese tasting word silage, and it's got a bit of mushroom too. The veins are a real kind of indigo, inky blue. It looks great, and it looks sort of quite matchy. Come to taste it, and I think you'll get something different. I'll just have to eat some for the video. So, it's a lot milder than it looks. And taste-wise, it's very milky. So if you remember the Brie was buttery, I know it's all dairy, but there is a difference. This is a milky taste to it. It's also very fruity. And kind of got a little bit of dates in there. And the veining, it's spicy. It'd be a great cheese to have at Christmas on a cheese board, this one. So taste, smell, look, all very different. So I'm going to think about some ways to eat this cheese now. Drinks wise, Jean Hunt actually wasn't so wrong, because I've got here Boddington's Bitter. So you remember I said what's local goes with what's local. Boddington's is from Manchester. A better choice would be if you can go to one of those microbreweries that they have all around this area. Get a nice real ale from there. That would be great. I was laughing at when I saw this online advertised. I was trying to buy it online before Phil very kindly picked it up for me, and one of the sellers was saying, "Great, goes great with port," and I was like, "Don't be silly. This isn't Stilton. You know, you can't just go, oh, it's blue cheese, that'll go with like Stilton and red wine. Sorry, port and red wine. I have got some port here, and because of the spiciness, well, that's like a ruby port. What's this? Finest Reserve port. That would go really well. It's really fruity. Red wine, obviously, and I shit you not, Buckfast would go really well with this because there's a lot of fruit to this cheese. So I'm going to show you ways to eat it. Okay, so I'm going to do this quickly. If you were doing this as like a little tapas dish, when you're back allowed having friends round and you really want to share cheese, I'd cut that into sort of much neater little triangles and display it. But I've got walnuts and honey. So you could display it a lot better than I have, or you can buy these whole. You could get like a whole Blacksticks Blue and put the walnuts on the top, drizzle a load of honey, let it run down. Great centerpiece, and then all the honey will go into these little holes because you know. Have I said this already? When they make blue cheese, they like puncture it and let lots of air in, and that's actually mould that is the veining there. I'm going to try it with the honey. That brings out something really nice in the cheese, and it does turn it into something else, and it's becomes almost like, you know, there's like a pica stewroper, or what am I thinking of? That changes the flavour of the cheese quite a lot. Now I have seen, and if you go on my blog, cheesedelicious.blogspot.com, when we went to Nantwich Cheese Show, they had on the Blacksticks stall these little balls of cheese in chocolate. Now I know there's this whole cheese and chocolate thing, but I'm not a great big chocolate eater. I don't really have a sweet tooth, so I can't advise you there. And there's also that chocolate and red wine thing, but they were great. There's a picture of them on my blog. But so I thought, if I'm making a lentil chilli, I'm trying to put a bit of like chocolate powder in. It gives it a really nice gloss and a bit of dryness. So I thought maybe, this might not work, a bit of chocolate powder with the cheese. I think that I like the honey better, but if you're a chocolate lover, you might like this because that's okay too. So they also sell on the Butler's website what they call a Blacksticks Brulee. Now I've not had them. I'm guessing it's some sort of little Blacksticks Blue Brulee. So I thought of something I could tell you. It's not super Blacksticks Blue. If you can get like a whole brie, you can make like a brie brulee. So what you need to get is that sugar that's not brown or white. Is it called cane sugar, where it's like light brown, and some ground almonds. Shake them up, mix them all together, and then get like your brie, put it in a baker, slice the rind off the top, sprinkle the sugar and almonds on the top, put it back in the baker, bake it in the oven until it's nicely sort of going a bit gooey. Then take the lid off. If you've got one of those brulee torches, brilliant. Otherwise, stick it under the grill, and you've got a nice brie brulee there. So I think I've said everything I came to say. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying some nice cheese tonight. I And if you liked it, let me know. I'll do another one. Otherwise, I'll